Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda, and today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite kind of lovey romancy movies. Since we're getting close to Valentine's Day, these are just a couple of my favorite movies that I like to watch around this time or watch when I just kind of need a pick me up, feel good, just love sort of thing. So I'm going to share with you this stack. It is in alphabetical order because I organized my movies alphabetically. So when I was looking for the movies, I just pulled them off in that order. So the first movie I have to share is 10 Things I Hate About You, starring Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger. I will, number one, love this movie because it was filmed in Tacoma, Washington, which is a city that is really close to me. So it's nice to see the sights and stuff of the area that I live. Also, the school that this movie was filmed at is called Stadium High School, and it is a school I've been to many a time for football games and soccer games and such. So it's really cool, in my opinion, to see it shared in this movie. So that's one that I love. And also, who doesn't love young Heath Ledger or just Heath Ledger in general? The second movie I have is Anastasia. This is one of my favorite princess movies, even though I know it's not Disney, it's DreamWorks. But I just love this story, love this movie. I love Anastasia and Dimitri. I love the dog. And it's just a great movie. One of my favorite go-to princessy type movies. Definitely Maybe, which has Isla Fisher and Ryan Reynolds in it, as well as Abigail, the little girl who was in Little Miss Sunshine. I love how this is a story about a dad telling his little girl about just kind of his love story and about her mom, and you know, he and his wife are going through some hard times, and it's nice, I guess, that their daughter is okay with that and wants to support him and make sure that he's with the person that he loves and wants to be with. So this is just a really cute movie that I like to watch. The next movie I have is a sad movie, but I do really enjoy this story a lot. The Fault in Our Stars, which has Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort. If you know anything about this movie or this book, you know it's a sad one, but I do really love it. I love their relationship and how it grows and the things they bond over. I also love that they travel and just get to kind of experience life together, even though, you know, they both are battling cancer, and to me, they just kind of make the most out of it, and that's something I love to see in movies, and especially in like young love stories, especially ones that deal with an illness. Another movie I have to share is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is Finding Neverland, which stars Kate Winslet and Johnny Depp. This is based on J.M. Barrie's life, who is the author of Peter Pan, and just the inspiration behind that. I love this movie. It's so magical feeling. I really love Kate Winslet and Johnny Depp, and it's also got its sad moments, but it's a really great movie to watch, and I love to watch it. The next movie I love during this time is mostly because it's just hilarious. He's Just Not That Into You. It is one of my favorite movies. I love the cast of characters that are in this. I love just watching the friends kind of explain to Jennifer Goodwin. I don't remember her character's name, but Jennifer Goodwin, you know, she's just struggling to find somebody to be with and to love and to date, and it's just a funny film, and I really enjoy it, and you know, at the end it's got a very happy ending, so it's one of my favorites. Another movie that I really enjoy is The Holiday, which again has Kate Winslet. It also has Jack Black, Cameron Diaz, and Jude Law. One of the reasons I love this is because of Kate Winslet's character. I don't remember her name in this movie, but she's English and I love her house. She's got just this beautiful little cottage in England, and for those of you that don't know what this is about, Kate Winslet's character is in love with her boss, and he announces that he is engaged, and she's really heartbroken and torn up over it, and so she decides to list her house in a house swap type of thing. I don't exactly know what they're called. Cameron Diaz is kind of going through a similar thing, but instead it's her boyfriend or her husband or something cheats on her or leaves her or whatever. So they both need to get out of town and get away from the kind of garbage men in their lives. So they end up deciding that they want to swap houses, and they both fall in love while they are swapped houses, which is kind of spoilery, but you know, I'm sure it says that on the back. But it's a super fun, super great movie. Just another one that I love. My next video pick is it has another really amazing cast of characters. It is Love Actually, and this movie just makes me so happy. I love following the different characters and couples throughout it. I love the not only like relationships like boyfriend girlfriend or husband and wife sorts of relationships. I love the friendships and the just watching like the parents with their kids. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of long, but it's super fun, and it has a young Hugh Grant and a young Andrew Lincoln in it, and I just don't think you can get better than that. The next movie is Maid of Honor. I've always just, since this movie came out, I've just really loved it. I think mostly because it's based in Scotland. But it's a, you know, best friend to romance sort of story. I don't realize I love her until she's taken sort of thing. Super just one of those silly tropes that I fall for every time. I just love this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's hilarious that she asks him to be her maid of honor, but whatever it is when you're a dude and you're the maid of honor. I can't think of that right now. I love this movie. I think it's fun, and I love that it is set in Scotland and we get to see that a little bit as well. The next movie is another sad one. It is Me Before You. This stars Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin. For those of you who don't know what this is about, this is another movie based on a book. This book is written by Jojo Moyes. It's a sad, in my opinion, a sad movie or a sad book. So Will gets into a really bad accident, and then Lou has she loses her job at a bakery or a cafe, and she's looking for something. She lives with her parents, you know, just kind of not an ideal situation for her. So she stumbles into this job through a recruiting agency. Doesn't think she's gonna last. It's basically end of life care for Will, and you know, a relationship forms, and it's a struggle at first, but she really helps to break him out of his kind of slump and not wanting to give more than he needs to. And I think this is a really sad but really adorable movie. I just realized I kind of have a theme for the love stories that I fall for. I have another sad one to share. It is P.S. I Love You, which stars Hilary Swank and Gerard Butler. Another one with a guy with an accent. what else do you need in life? I mean, you need a lot of things. That's silly, but I am a sucker for a man with an accent, especially Irish or Scottish. And this movie is another really sad one. Her husband passes away, and he leaves her letters that get mailed sporadically to kind of help her cope with his passing, and because he knows that she will not live her life to the fullest if she kind of isn't forced to. So these letters help her get through that grief and just learn to love again. I think it's a really sweet movie, and it's incredibly sad, but it's very sweet. The next movie I have is a classic book, classic movie. It is Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley version. So I really enjoyed this movie as well. I like the character of Mr. Darcy. I think that their relationship is really interesting and how it forms. The banter that goes on between them and how they both kind of are unwilling to give too much on either side and really want to stick to their values and their morals, I think is interesting. But I do really love this movie, and I love this book as well. The next movie I have is 16 Candles, which stars Molly Ringwald. This is just a cute little coming-of-age movie. You watch a poor girl who's kind of forgotten about in the hustle and bustle of her family life on her 16th birthday, which should be an unforgettable day for any young girl. You know, turning 16 only happens once. So just kind of watching that love story bloom. It's really cute, I think. And the last movie I have to share is Tristan and Isolde. Again, it's another movie that's based where I want to live. Another man with an accent. Maybe he doesn't. He's really cute though. So this movie is set in both Ireland and in England. I just love it, mostly because he's super cute. But also just, I think it's a cute love story. It's sad. I wish he would have just communicated with his uncle and things would be okay, but alas, people don't know how to communicate very well. Even way back in whenever this was based. So that is it for my favorite movies that I love to watch, especially during this kind of Valentine's Day-ish lovey season. I would love to know what some of your favorites are, so if you feel so inclined, please leave some down below in the comments, and I will check them out if I haven't seen them already, and I will speak with you there until my next video.